The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Here we go now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Another tackle for loss from the interior of that D-line. He had 4 of those last week, partner.
And what you can glean just from the statistics, even if you don't watch the tape, is that he is what we call a one-gap player. I mean, that's all he has responsibility for, which means they want him to get upfield, penetrate to the backfield, and make plays. When you're a 2-gap defensive tackle, you've got to cover up too much ground, and all you're trying to do is hold the point of attack. You don't get very many tackles for loss.
The O-line, they better figure a way to plug that gap. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Another carry now for Gurley. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He's going to dump it off to Gurley. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The 13 yards that time and a 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Raiders have jumped out to an early lead over the Chiefs. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. He'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. This is a nice little stretch he's putting together. Remember, 3 sacks last week.
And now he's off to the races in this game because he thinks, okay, that's the start of something big because he's in a zone. He's locked in. So offensively, you've got to occupy him. Maybe even run the ball at him as opposed to passing it so he can't just pin his ears back and rush the quarterback.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball. But Football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential, he's realizing it here.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
He'll look to throw, and he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Oh, here come the Rams, and they get it. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 33. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. It's a close game here early on. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up to throw. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now it's gone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd down following the incompletion. Out of the gun. Gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Barrett. And down he'll go at the 25. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Goff on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barrett. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And some room to roam now. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They go play action here on first down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And now running right through it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They run a draw here on second down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now Washington. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. This is taken near the 13. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And the Rams getting set to go now.
The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Over the middle, complete. That's Barrett. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On second down, here's Goff. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
From the 50, it's Goff. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
2nd and 10. Goff. Right side complete. That's Woods. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Cooper's got it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
In around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Pharaoh Cooper, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Barrett. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This a 43-yard attempt. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. By the way, they're into the 2nd quarter now out in Carson, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
This is taken near the 13. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Rams are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Lions won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, let's roll those highlights. Lions with the ball, end of the first. Newman's got to get to the quarterback here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. Now early in the second, Killebrew's got to take down the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. Third and long. Goff's going to find his mark, and he'll be tackled at the 26-yard line. Rams, though, would settle for just a field goal. So that will bring our halftime report to an end. We send you back now to Brandon and Charles in L.A. to start the second half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Back to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Goff now looking to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now Goff. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ziggy Ansah with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Here's Sam Martin now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Oh, what a move. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. An update from out in Kansas City. The Raiders, they've added on, extending their lead a bit further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Goff now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barrett. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Goff. And this is going to be incomplete.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He gets away for 1. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here come the Lions now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alec Ogletree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. They're trying to put him on the ground.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline.
He'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
2nd and 10, Goff again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now it's Brown. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Goff. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, and it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Goff. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Lions on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Here's Thomas. Oh, he slipped right by him. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. Field, here comes Los Angeles. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now it's gone. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
7 yards to go on second down. They'll run it here with Brown. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
8 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
This is Brown on the carry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The lone receiver right is Cooper. Goff on third down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now back to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll drop to throw. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That's going to set him back 5 yards. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it second down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. The 40, the 30, the 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
He'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Offense.
And that'll set him back 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go, Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? The slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. It's been a game where they have been more successful on the ground through the air. I don't think they're too worried about that. I don't think he's too worried about that. They've got a pretty comfortable lead here.
And what a dynamic, fun game for the running attack. I mean, you talk about putting it all together. Offensive line has to feel great about their contribution. And the runner, oh, he feels really good about it. We have to field a few extra questions from the media after this one.
He won't mind that. Now we hit the home stretch here in the fourth. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out...